Alright, oops, not that. It's time. Time to get into the event. Ethan can't complain too much, that's good. Commander! Ugh. Wow. Already greeted with some pretty good art. Megane. Mana? Are you feeling okay? Of course, I'm the moment I try to sit up, good lord, dude. Searing migraine begins to set in. Are you okay, Commander? My head. Take a deep breath. Follow Mana's advice. Now, slowly exhale. Exhale slowly. After repeating this several times, my head feels slightly less painful. You feeling better now? Yeah, thanks. After coming more or less to my senses, I look around. Where am I? The MMR research lab. Don't you remember? What am I doing here? Can't remember a thing. Perhaps my headache has something to do with it. I close my eyes and sift through my thoughts, attempting to recall the past. Wisdom Spring. I see you back there, Ether. What the fuck are you up to? Who is this? Oh, weak to wind. Oh, it's Modernia. Oh, okay. Wind. Wait, where? Oh, there she is. Naga. Sumanai. Ooh, omatsuri. Okay. God damn it. I bet you Ether's gonna have something to do with whatever the fuck this is. Nice. Ooh. Is Mihara really not among? Oh, okay, fine. Oh, there she is. For some reason, I thought she was a burst 3. And Lapras. 12 hours earlier. Hello, Commander. How are you? I'm doing well. Glad to hear it. I wanted to ask if you had some free time today. Why, what's up? In honor of your contribution made to the surface reclamation operation, MMR has decided to provide you with a new weapon. Ooh, what is it? New weapon. It's been customized especially for you. So you'll need to visit us in person in order to test it and claim it. It'll have to be today? Today would be preferable, but if you can, we can make adjustments. Alright, I'll stop by today. Thank you. I'll see you later. Never expected Mana to use a smiley emoji. Or smiley face. What's wrong, Commander? You look rather bemused. Oh, it's just that something came up rather suddenly. What is it? MMR is providing me with a new weapon. MMR? Why would they do that out of the blue? They say it's in recognition of my contributions towards reclaiming the surface. Isn't this a good thing? It's a chance for us to enhance our firepower. And an opportunity to use a cutting-edge weapon developed by MMR. Let's go right away. Apparently they're only making one. For me. What the... How come? You're practically superhuman at this point. Yeah, right. What are you blathering about now? I'm simply saying that Master has ascended to the realm of a divine master, beyond human. Oh, please. You know how many times I've almost died? I am most certainly just human. Don't you ever feel that? There are times when Master doesn't feel human? What's that supposed to mean? I wish I could say otherwise, but... There have been times when I thought the commander recovered unusually fast from injuries. Well, I guess that is kind of true. We do get hurt a lot. Shit kind of happens a lot to us, but we do tend to recover pretty fast. I want to say, well, I don't know. Maybe it's because of our special blood type. You're right. But surely it's better than taking ages to recover from injuries. I appreciate the compliment, I think. No problem. Still, I don't think there will be any new weapons for you all. Darn, that's a bummer. Still, you getting one is better than nothing. While I agree that this sounds like a wonderful development, it does all feel rather sudden. That's true. Plus, we were talking about the MMR research lab. There are all sorts of unsavory rumors about that place. Should I check in with some other squads and see if they've heard anything? No, Mana was the one who got in touch with me, so everything should be fine. Yeah, Mana is credible. So long as it's not Ether, the one that's contacting you. Fair point. It's not like Mana to lie about something. We owe Mana a lot for her help so far, so I'll go. Understood. Master, if you encounter a solid weapon meant for us Nikkes while you're at it, could you... You idiot, what is the chance of that happening? Ignore her, Commander. Be careful, and if anything happens, call us. We'll be standing by, so you can contact us anytime. I wonder when they're gonna start putting the new version of Rappy in like the regular, like the side events and whatnot. You all get some rest. I'll reach out if anything happens. Alright, you'll be inside the Ark after all, so what could go wrong? Please don't jinx me. Make sure to bring back a lot of good stuff, Commander. Safe travels. Take care, Master. She got a little doodad there. There's just something about like the scientist look, man. The lab coat, the freaking like office attire or whatever, the glasses, megane.
ちょっと物足りなかったけど楽しかったな。
いいね。Sugokuいい. I enter the MMR research lab. I look around in search of Mana, but she's nowhere to be seen. Mana, where are you? There's no answer. Mana? Should I wait around for her? Number 7. No! No! Ether. Fancy meeting you here. What are you doing around these parts? You finally ready to hop on my experimentation table? No. I'm here to see Mana. Mana? Why? I was told that MMR is giving me a new weapon. Really? This is the first I've heard of it. You didn't know about it? Of course not. That's how it is being an employee at MMR. I'm already overworked as it is with my own workload, so I'm in the dark as to what the other teams are up to. It's not like you know what the other commanders are up to either, right? True. See? This is how the world works. If it's not your personal job, you resign yourself to not knowing anything about it. I suppose that means you don't know where Mana is either. Actually, I think I do. You do. I believe I heard her said something about going to the deep sector earlier. She also mentioned that she'd be out of contact for a while, so if anything crops up, they'd have to handle it themselves. Again, though, not 100% sure if that's the case. So she can't be reached right now. If she went to the deep sector, then no. Once you head inside, you're forbidden from communicating with anyone outside. That goes even for researchers like myself. What a pain. What sort of plans did you and Mana have, anyway? You arranged to meet at a specific place, or a time? No. It's not like Mana. Maybe she thought she'd be back soon. Should I wait for her? Would you like to go and meet her? I don't trust you, that's the thing. In person? Yes. You're a busy man, so I presume you can't afford to stand around waiting too long. Can I go inside? What's the worst that could happen? Knowing this place, honestly, a lot. Let's go. I'll take you there. Can I refuse? God. You'll escort me personally? Why do you look so skeptical? Do you think I'm only pretending to take you to Mana? But instead, I'll drag you to my lab for some experiments? Honestly, wouldn't put it past you. Is that your plan? Of course not. I'm a busy woman. If I wanted to conduct experiments on you, I won't go through all that rigmarole. Despite being as busy as I am, I'm generous enough to devote my precious time to helping you out. You ought to be grateful. Alright then, lead the way. Let's go. I don't know, dude. I don't trust her. Maybe I should, though. I don't know. Water is so good. Bum. Segi! I follow Ether down the halls of the MMR research lab. The elevator is so far away. Can't they do something about this? It's so annoying having to walk this far every time. What was it called again, the place we're going to? The Deep Sector. It's also referred to as the Level E Zone. But to keep things simple, we typically call it the Deep Sector. Somewhat frustratingly, it's divided into two separate sections, that's how big it is. And it's underground as well? Yep, deep underground. All the labs at MMR are subterranean, but the Deep Sector is particularly far down. You can only get there using a special elevator, which means we have to schlep all the way over here every single time. Such a pain. You said all the labs at MMR are underground. Don't you remember? You came to my lab last time because you caught something while on the surface. Well, I remember. You have a good memory. Thank goodness, I was feeling too lazy to explain everything in detail. Anyway, you caught something like a cold and I treated you at my lab, which is in fact underground. I realize how strange this all sounds. The Ark is already underground and now we're talking about more things under that. Why didn't Silas build the labs above ground? Because this way, the test subjects won't be able to escape. Relax, that was a joke. The answer should be obvious. It's because what we do is highly secretive. There's a reason people always talk about secrets being buried underground. The MMR Research Lab is a prime example of that. All of the Ark's secrets are sealed away, buried deep under the surface. Is that why you're forbidden from communicating with the outside while you're in there? Correct. That place is full of top secret stuff. You never know when or how a secret might leak. So any and all communications are restricted while inside the Deep Sector. That's why Mana is currently incommunicado. This place sounds awfully important. Is it alright for me to be going there? Sure, why not? Your reputation precedes you, and you've encountered everything from pilgrims to heretics. Besides, it's not like you're going to be running around opening all the lab doors. It'll be fine. Oh no, I still feel a bit uneasy. So you don't want to meet Mana? You don't have to if you don't want to. Don't worry, and just stay close to me. You'll get lost if you space out while we're in there. Alright. kind of worried. Well, I
どこ
don't
まで
know.
私を追い詰めてくれる
I'm
かし
sure
ら
Mana is fine though.
処理しました装填します
I wonder. I don't imagine they would have her up on any tier list yet. She's a burst 3. Not on Nikke GG, but Nikke GG's generally takes a little bit more time to put things up. Let's see, what about
ちょ
Pride
っと
Win?
物足りなかったけど楽しかったわ
Okay, Pride Win does not have her up yet. Alright. I'll be very curious. Here we are. This elevator will take us straight to the deep sector. Ether taps her access card on the elevator panel and presses the button. Ooh. The elevator doors loudly creak open. You get in first. Why? I step into the elevator. Next to the elevator door, there's a card slot, along with buttons labeled level D, level E, and level P. You see that slot by the door? Could you insert this access card? Ether hands me an access card and I insert it into the slot. The buttons for level D and E light up with a mechanical ding. The button's lit up. Good. Looks like the approval hasn't expired yet. Sorry, come again? That's a guest pass I got approval for a while back, which can be used in lieu of a researcher's card. What made you do that ahead of time? It's a royal pain getting approved every individual time. I find it easier to just get things approved whenever I can. Let's see. Alright, all you have to do is press level E and you'll go down. Whatever you do, don't press level P, okay? Oh god, what's in level P? That leads to the furthest recesses of the deep sector. That's off limits even to someone of your caliber. Not to mention that card wouldn't give you access to that area anyways. You're not getting on? I can't. One card per person is the rule. You don't have another access card? I have a researcher's access card, and I haven't been approved at the moment, so I can't use it. It's like I told you earlier, the security there is incredibly stringent. Even researchers like me need to submit a formal request beforehand. It would take forever and a day for me to submit the paperwork and go through the process, so you go ahead on your own. And why don't I stay and you go? You want me to go find Mana myself? That's hardly convenient for me, you know. Fine, I'll go. Attaboy. That's more like it. What is it? Feeling sad that we have to part ways? Or are you nervous? Neither. Harsh. Still, you seem a bit more relaxed now. So buck up and head down to meet Mana. The doors close. Have fun down there. I'm nervous. Mo ichido. Onegai shimasu. Security label. Everything in MMR is strictly confidential. All must remain sealed in the depths of the art, including objects, people, and of course, Nikke's. Yikes, that's weird. Oh, I love this soundtrack. This theme. So this is the deep sector. Glancing around, I see a windowless corridor. The entire place is eerily empty. Need to find a map. But how? Continue to look around. It's difficult to ascertain where the door is inside the corridor. The long and gray space isn't well lit. I scan the dim corridor intently, searching for Mana. A sudden burst of dizziness hits me out of the blue, along with a wave of nausea. First things first, I need to get moving. Start walking forward. Soon after walking for a long time, there's still no sight of Mana. For that matter, I haven't seen a single researcher around at all. Ugh. Dizziness and nausea are growing worse by the second. Maybe I should sit down for a bit. I sink down to the floor and curl up. Do communications not work here either? Mana, where are you? No response. I'm in the deep sector right now. No response. Guess not. I lean my head against the wall and stare at the ceiling. I can't keep going on like this. I pull out the access card Ether gave me and stare at it. I need to figure out some way to contact Mana. I stand back up, and just as I'm about to head back to the elevator... Commander? Oh, Mana? What are you doing? I finally found you! Why am I guessing that that text from Mana earlier was not from Mana? She seemed a little too surprised to see me. Like she wasn't expecting me at all. Dude, her tie is so fucking cool. You were looking for me. Why would you do that? More importantly, how did you get in here? Ether gave me an access card. She did. Pull out the access card and show it to Mana. That's just a guest pass. Why isn't Ether with you? She said she couldn't come because she had to get separate authorization. Huh? If she couldn't come with you, why did you come here on your own? You asked me to. I did? You contacted me and said that MR had prepared a new weapon for me. I did? Mana? Did you not send me a blah message earlier today? No. I fucking knew it. I've been here in the deep sector since yesterday. And I'm scheduled to be here until tomorrow morning. But I received a message from you this morning. Could you show me that message? Hold on. Show Mana the message I received earlier. So she wouldn't be the type to use that smiley face. I knew it. That's not her personality. It's definitely been sent from my profile, but I never sent this. Not only that, MMR doesn't produce new weapons for commanders in the first place. Never heard of such a project. How could I have gotten this message? Well, can't say for sure, but it seems that someone wanted to lure you to MMR. Given that they use my name to mislead you, I highly doubt that their intentions were noble. Not following. Commander, what kind of place do you think MMR is? Place for researching Arc-based technology. Place where the Arc's secrets are hidden. That's a rather unexpected answer, but you're not incorrect. Did anyone tell you that by any chance? And I heard it from Ether. I see. Makes sense. Well, she's right. MMR safeguards all the Arc's technological secrets. That's why everyone who comes here first has to be granted authorization in the form of an access card. Here in the deep sector, where we are now, the security is particularly tight. In other words, I entered without proper authorization. Not necessarily. You do have an access card after all. However, if you were to encounter any other researchers and they wanted to know your reason for being here, you might be in a bit of a bind. You think that's what they wanted? You think that's what they wanted, whoever it was that brought me here? There's no way we can know for certain. One thing that is certain, however, is that staying here for too long will be dangerous for you. Alright, let's head out then. Alright, I'll lead the way. Mana hurriedly leads me towards the access elevator. However, I tap the access card again against the outside elevator panel. Oh, that doesn't sound good. Huh? I try again. Uh-oh. Error code 4012. It's not working. I think the card's expired. That means you can't leave. Oh no. no. Ooh. MMR temporary pass. Grants permission to enter the MMR research lab. Entering the lab is free and easy, but leaving, well, that's another story. That's terrifying. Absolutely terrifying. So I'm trapped. Yeah. The code you just saw appears when an expired access card is used. Can't you open it with your card? I'm scheduled to be here until tomorrow morning. It's nearly impossible to alter the time period which you've been approved. Unless there are truly exceptional circumstances. Miss Silas even keeps researchers on a short lease, huh? Yes, they do. Researchers must obtain approval to enter the deep sector, and must adhere precisely to the authorized time frame. Those are the rules. Is it so inflexible? For a very simple reason. This place contains many secrets. Miss Silas doesn't give free rein to anyone who works down here. Not even the researchers. No. The company trusts no one. That's probably the reason why they prefer Nikke researchers whenever possible. Hold on. Are you telling me that the researchers here are intentionally composed entirely of Nikkes? Not all of them, but most. Did you know that Ether and I are both Nikkes? Yes, I did know that. You have a good memory. That's right. Ether and I are Nikkes. In addition to being researchers at MMR, we're also members of the MMR squad. When humanity migrated to the Ark, do you know what non-combat Nikkes were initially created for? Preserving technology and art. To ensure that humanity's knowledge and creativity wouldn't vanish underground. It was embedded into the Nikkes themselves. I'm not sure I follow. How exactly do they transpose technology and art into Nikkes? By transforming exceptionally gifted artists and engineers into Nikkes. Oh, Jesus. This way, their skills and knowledge could survive without the human limitation of time. God damn. Scientists were no different. Nikkes were considered a premium storage device of sorts for scientific knowledge, and so many scientists were turned into Nikkes as well. Man, that's kind of fucked up. Not the only advantage that Nikkes have is it's difficult to hide secrets inside a Nikke's brain. Because brain scans. Since humanity moved to the Ark, brain scanning technology is improved by leaps and bounds. Unless extreme measures like neural shielding or blackboxing are employed, most Nikkes are incapable of concealing any information from humans. That explains it. It's not the only reason. It's easy to store information in Nikkes, and it's difficult for them to hide anything. That's why the majority of MMR researchers are Nikkes. Of course, not everyone was forced into it. Some volunteered to become Nikkes, hoping to complete their research without being limited by human lifespan. I see. I've gotten sidetracked. To summarize, Miss Alice doesn't even trust its own researchers. Therefore, curtailing the time period for which I was authorized would be difficult. Got it. Thank you for understanding. We spent too much time talking. It's not prudent to stay here long. Let's look for another lab where we might get a signal. Alright, let's move. Can we get to another lab? Doesn't all of Deep Sector have, like, no communications, though? Power charge.
もう一度行きましょう。もうちょっといじめたかったのに。壊れちゃうまでいじめるんだから。
Should be a Valentine's event next month. That should be interesting. Wonder if it'll happen. I imagine it'll probably be before the Evangelion, the second Evangelion collab. I hope it's voice. I can't remember if last year's Valentine's event was voiced or not. It might not have been, actually. Can't remember. Mon and I began searching for any type of communication within the deep sector. Commander, would you come here? There's an elevator here too. Of course, the deep sector is a vast place. It'd be difficult working with only one operating elevator. I believe there should be an emergency contact device inside this elevator. Mana fiddles with the control panel of the elevator. Nothing. Seems the rumors were unfounded. Let's go somewhere else. We search for another elevator. As we enter the dust-filled room, we see a sacred altar of some kind. What's this? A prayer room. A prayer room? Yes, a space for religious worship. What's a place like this doing here? The organization which preceded MMR has religious ties, so they created this space. It's rarely used now, though. That might explain the dust. Mana begins to inspect the prayer room. Nothing here either. Let's keep moving. Alright. We leave the prayer room. There should be an emergency communication device hidden here somewhere. Just a moment. Mana starts to press on various points of the wall. Nothing. It's either already been discovered, or it's more unfounded rumors. We also try to look for the purported hidden communication device in the corridor. Soon after... Not a thing. Nope. Every possible way of contact the outside is blocked. Seems so. It's the first time I've gotten definitive confirmation of that. Feeling slightly dizzy, I lean against the wall.
What the
Are you alright, Commander? Sigma balls! That's what. Come to think of it, you looked a bit pale for a while now. Something wrong? Just a little tired, that's all. Don't worry about it. Right now we need to look for a way out. That's true, but... should I ask another lab? What is it? There is one place we haven't checked yet. If they haven't removed all the equipment, there might still be a communication device there. Alright, let's go. Follow me. Come in. Okay. I follow Mana. Inside an empty lab. Throb. Ugh. Sharp pain shoots through my head. Ugh. Ugh. Nausea is even more intense than before. While trying to ignore my splitting migraine, I once again look around. Small tank stands before us in an otherwise empty lab, as if an experiment had been halted midway. For some reason, I'm getting a sense of deja vu. The tank, filled with a liquid of some kind, seems like it once held something else inside it. Phew. Controlling my breathing, I turn my gaze to the space behind the tank. There's an empty desk. Similar to the tank, it feels like there was once a plethora of materials on it, which are now gone. Mana. Yes? What is this place? A lab that's fallen into disuse. Someone I knew used to work here. Knowing her, she may have left behind a communication device to contact the upper levels. Yeah? You know her. The two of us lock eyes. Who? I know her? It wouldn't have been Grave, would it? No, she wasn't really in the arc. Don't think it would be Ether. Commander, are you okay? You look worse than before. Are you sure it's just exhaustion? Actually, I don't feel so good. When did it start? Since I entered the deep sector. That was a long time ago. Why didn't you tell me earlier? Sorry. I was able to manage it for a while, but the headache's gotten unbearable since we got into this room. That is so curious. It's like this room is the source of it, and like the closer we get, the worse my symptoms are. This particular lab, you mean? Yeah. Also getting a feeling of deja vu for some reason. Deja vu? Here? Throb. Honestly, maybe I do, maybe I don't. My head is killing me, I can barely think straight. Rest here for a moment. I'll look for the communication device myself. Alright. Mana quickly runs inside the lab. I sit on the edge of a nearby desk in an attempt to mitigate the headache. Thud. As I sit down, my fingers brush against the tablet. What's this? I press the power button. The screen actually turns on. Oh god. Project AD. Oh. Just as quickly as it turned on, the screen abruptly turns off. Project AD. Project AD. The headache intensifies. Enhancing the human body through technological advancement. A new purpose. The pain becomes unbearable and everything goes black. And then that must be when we wake up to Mana! Ooh, don't tell me we were a part of this. What? When, though? Just before we joined the academy? Before the start of the game? Because the start of the game, we're fresh out of the academy. Oh no, that blue screen of death. My body feels like it weighs a ton. My arms and legs refuse to move. I feel stifled. I attempt to move the tip of my fingers. Subject is moving. I can hear a familiar voice. Another familiar voice can be heard. Is he one of the subjects for the project? Yes. I open my eyelids with a crack. Ether. Will you have the results for the subject soon? What the fuck did they do to me before? What the hell? I'm kind of surprised Mana isn't on whatever this Project AD thing is. Assuming this is the Project AD. I'm honestly not surprised by Ether. God, this is very much something Ether would do. Most likely. The deadline is approaching. Mana looks in my direction. Do you think it will succeed this time? Maybe that's why she calls us subject number 7. I haven't done her Bond story, so I don't know if there's a reason for it, but all I know is, yeah, maybe this is why she calls us, Ether calls us subject number 7. Ether then glances towards me. Not sure. None of the past cases have been successful. This one fails too, the project might be terminated, won't it? For someone who isn't part of the project, you remember an awful lot. Thanks to this new and improved body, I remember everything. Fair point. Since becoming Nikkes, neither of us have forgotten anything important. Don't look so grim. This is just a hunch, but I feel like this attempt will be a success. A hunch? That's rather unscientific of you to say. Achieving success in your research doesn't always depend on science alone. It's just hope on my end. I've grown far more invested in this than I thought I would. My only hope is... Mana reaches her hand out towards me. That we don't have to terminate. Commander? Oh. What is this place? Oh, what the hell happened and when did that happen? Oh, I am so curious. Skikon. Skikon lore. Skikon. It's lore time. We're always learning about all these other Nikkes, but hardly ever do we learn about some of our past. Some of our backstory. This is very curious indeed. Commander. Mana? Are you feeling okay? Of course, I'm gonna try to sit up. Ugh. A searing migraine begins to set in. Are you okay, Commander? My head. Take a deep breath. Follow Mana's advice. Now slowly exhale. I exhale slowly. After repeating this several times, my head feels slightly less painful. Are you feeling better now? Yeah, thanks. After coming more or less to my senses, I look around. Where am I? The MMR research lab. Don't you remember? What am I doing here? Can't remember a thing. Perhaps my headache has something to do with it. Close my eyes and sift through my thoughts. Are you feeling calmer now? As I listen to Mana's voice, I recall everything that's happened so far. I had some sort of dream. Sorry? There were bubbles. You and Ether were in it. Me and Ether. Maybe you dreamt that because you want to leave this place. You two were staring at me, talking about how you'd hope I'd be a success. Sorry? You also mentioned some kind of project. Hmm? Ugh. The headache is debilitating. Commander, I think it'd be good for you to stop thinking so much. Get some rest, then try and move around. She knows, doesn't she? You're sweating like crazy. Whew. Why don't you try getting up first? The floor is too cold. It'd be best to move somewhere warmer. Let me help. Clench. I grab a hold of Mana's arm. I have something to ask. Yes? Have we met before? Ooh. I love this. Oh. Juicy. Oh, God. What do you mean? I don't understand. I don't think I was dreaming. That can't be. How can a dream be real? The things I heard, they were too vivid. You probably feel that way since you're unwell. Mana appears overly eager to wrap up the conversation. She seems to be hiding something. But what could it be? First off, let's get out of here. The headache and dizziness I experienced immediately after arriving in a deep sector. The strange familiarity of these surroundings. The dream with Mana and Ether. The feeling of being underwater, unable to move. The project they mentioned. That would be terminated if I failed. It would be best to head outside before trying to process all of this. Okay. As I stand up to follow Mana, my fingertips bump into a tablet. I saw something on this tablet before I collapsed. What was it? Why don't you rest in the prayer room? I'll search on my own for a way to reach the outside. I look around again. Before me is a tank filled with liquid, big enough to fit a person. Ugh. The familiarity of the lab. The dream of being submerged in the tank. The words written on the tablet. Project AD. Neon? Don't you ever feel that? There are times when Master doesn't feel human. Don't tell me, dude. No way. I wish I could say otherwise, but there have been times when I thought the commander recovered unusually fast from injuries. I thought it was because of our blood type. Oh, whoa, hold on. Theorizing time. It's all right. Theorizing time. All right. Do not confirm nor deny if any of y'all have seen this. Do not confirm nor deny if I am correct. I'm merely theorizing to myself here. So throughout the story, we have learned that our blood type has special properties. We can make the Valpaus bullets, or more specifically, our blood has the Valpaus in it. So we can make the Valpaus bullets and all that type of stuff from it. Only person, besides apparently there was one person before who could do it, which is, I don't remember if they confirmed it or not, but it's pretty much the legendary commander of old. The legendary commander of the Goddess Squad. Don't tell me. Holy shit. Dude, did they try and clone the legendary commander? Are we a fucking clone? This may be like way fucking out there of a theory, honestly. This may be way out there of a fucking theory, but that's just immediately what came to mind. Test subject, Project AD. Ooh, I remember the same thing about the blood. Yeah, the Vop House, yeah. It seems heavily hinted that the only previous person with this blood type was the legendary commander. Again, if anyone does know this answer, do not confirm nor deny. I'm simply theorizing to myself. I'm talking out loud. There are times when I thought the commander recovered unusually fast from injuries. You're right, but surely it's better than taking ages to recover from injuries. No way. Commander, something wrong? There was a project conducted in this lab, wasn't there? There was. But why? Did the project succeed? Sorry? What was the name of the project? Welcome in, DefMech. Was it Project AD? How do you know that name? It was a project to enhance the human body, right? Ah, okay, so they only enhance it. We're not a clone. We're a regular human being. But apparently we were enhanced. So they tried to enhance human bodies, and the ones before me failed. I'm assuming they died. Or they said they had to terminate them. Mana said they hoped they didn't have to terminate me. So we're a normal human being, but it seems like they enhanced our body. At some point in time, this had to have been before we went to the military academy to become a commander. So it doesn't really... So the question of how we have the same blood type as probably the legendary commander is still up in the air. It was a project to enhance the human body, right? If that's the case, then there are some things that come to mind. When I think about it, there are many things about me that seem odd. I've carried a fully armed Nikke on my own before, and fired anti-ship rifles meant for Nikkes, despite having an injured leg. No ordinary human could lift that much weight. Well, you might simply be stronger than most people. There's more to it than that. Whenever I'm injured, I heal abnormally fast. Maybe you just have a faster recovery rate than normal. No, it's clearly superhuman. During operations, I've sustained all manner of injuries. Oh yeah, trust me. The amount of times... Let's see. Behemoth fucked us up pretty good. Leviathan essentially almost suffocated us. Crow, I think she shot us in the abdomen. I think we got stabbed in the abdomen. I don't remember by who, but before. We've really had not great luck with that shit. But we have recovered really freaking fast every time. During operations, I've sustained all manners of injuries, from minor scuffs to being impaled through the stomach. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that's right. I think, yeah, Behemoth impaled us. That's right. I forgot about that. Damn, bro. Dude, she fucked us up. Despite sustaining what should be fatal injuries, I've always survived. In fact, the amount of time I require to heal has steadily decreased over time. I see. No one with any sense could call that normal. Stomach injuries are no fucking joke. Yeah. We've been shot in the stomach or abdomen or some shit like that, like once. Crow did that. Someone else, I forgot who, I think stabbed us near like the stomach or abdomen. Behemoth straight up impaled us through the stomach or something like that. I think that was when we were going to try and get Cinderella. I'm pretty sure there's another time, but I don't remember. No one with any sense could call that normal. You're right, it's certainly unusual. But it's not out of the realm of possibility for there to be someone in this world naturally born with exceptional strength or healing abilities. Things are only strange if you think they are. If you view things as normal, then they're not so strange anymore. So don't think of it as anything unusual. But I recognize this place. Sorry? Oh god, don't you find that odd? I'm somehow familiar with the inner recesses of MMR, despite purportedly having never been here. Or am I just overthinking that as well? I'm sorry. You can ask me all the questions you want, but I can't answer any of them. Not even one. No. I can't tell you anything. So, please stop. Then answer me just this one thing, and I'll stop. Yes? Am I human? That? A hand shoots out from behind Mana and covers her mouth. Whoa! What the fuck? Shh. Shh. Oh god, who's that, Ether? Ooh, whoa, new person. That's enough questions. Who the fuck is that? Oh god. The way she just covered Mana's mouth and just essentially told her to be quiet, it's kind of scary. Who is this person? I mean, obviously she's down in the deep sector, so she has some pretty good level of clearance for MMR. So that's kind of scary in its own right, to be honest. That was too close for comfort, Mana. You nearly let the cat out of the bag. You should know better than that. You know as well as I do that there are some dark forces deep in the Ark. Oh god, dude, she's kind of scary. They're watching us, always and everywhere. If you catch their attention, you're in for a world of hurt. Those of us residing in the Abyss should be especially careful, isn't that right? Yes, I know that. Dark forces. Thank you for stopping me. No need to thank me. If you want to repay me, you can help me the next time I do something good. Got it? Yes. That's a sweet girl. Now then, I presume this young man is the celebrated number 7 I've heard so much about. I mean, that essentially just confirms it. That's not just some, like, funny nickname that Ether came up for us. There's a reason why Ether calls us Subject Number 7. My goodness, he looks even more handsome in person. You've grown up splendidly. What the fuck, dude? Are we actually human? Dude, what the fuck? Are we artificially created? Who are you? Me? Goodness gracious, would you look at me? I didn't even introduce myself. Ah, the perils of old age. I'm Jian. The pleasure's all mine.
Aloha.
I believe this is our first time meeting, yes? Welcome in, Orca. I hope your Friday's going well. I think I've heard that name before. Really? How can that be possible? Most interesting. She's scary, man. Well, I suppose it's not entirely outside the realm of possibility. You are quite deeply connected with my sister, so you must have heard of me at some point. Is Mana your sister? No way! She does have the same hair color! Purple and black? Are you related to Suyen? Half-sister would be more correct. Oh my god, no wonder she's kind of scary. Really? So you're not a Nikke? Well, actually, we don't know that. She could have been turned into a Nikke. Half-sister to Suyen? Suyen, your sister's hot. Is she single? Honestly, I'm kind of curious myself. Although, she kind of scares me, but at the same time... Honestly, if a woman can scare me like that, I'm kind of for it. I can get behind that. But what am I saying? We're working here. As such, I should say instead that I'm an employee working under the esteemed president of Silas. I'll make it simple for you. Just think of me as one of the researchers at MMR. Scaroused? Scaroused? Yeah, something like that. I want Dr. Lady's tie. That shit dope. Oh yeah, Mana's tie is very cool. Half-sister, you say? Oh. Seems you're partial to that appellation. I suppose it makes sense. After all, many of the most riveting stories concern themselves with love triangles. Incorporating Silas into a tale of romantic entanglements is surely the most entertaining option, no? What are these dark forces in the arc that you keep mentioning? I wonder if one of them is the massive raptor core that powers the entire arc. Wow, cutting straight to the chase. I see you're not one for formalities. Are you talking about Nikke? So harsh. How could I ever impugn our good friend Nikke in such a way? Impugn? When she works tirelessly on humanity's behalf. The dark forces I speak of is the arc itself. The very thing that feeds, shelters, and protects us. I wonder, it has to be a reference to the giant core, right? What? That's all you need to know for now. It'd be dangerous for you to know any more than that. You hardly want to spend your existence trapped underground, do you? You're still young, and you must have a lot you still want to do. You should be running freely above ground. Jian, was it? That's right. Why are you calling me number 7? That's because you are... Oh boy, I nearly spilled the beans. You're quite mesmerizing, you know? The more we talk, the more I want to tell you everything. Is this why all the Nikkes are so obsessed with you? Perhaps it's because you're so handsome. Or perhaps it's because you're number 7. God! What are you talking about? Jian, that's enough. Alright, I'll stop teasing him. Anyway, I simply stopped by to give a short introduction. Here you are. Jian hands over an access card. Is that? That's right, it's an access card. Since you're finished with your business here, it's time for you to leave. Why did you have this? Why do you have this? I'm not entirely bereft of a conscience, you know. Since I'm the one who brought you here, I should be the one to get you out. So it was her that lured us here. Oh my god, she sent the messages on Mana's profile to us. Keep teasing. You mean you? Yep, I'm the one who made the oh so handsome number 7 coming here. What? So it was you. Why? I wanted to see you. I have a lot of interest in you for many reasons. Suyin and all the other Nikkes have gotten to see you. And I was upset that I hadn't had the privilege of seeing you in person.
This right here is my favorite thing, ever. In the history of forever. I think about this every day. I think about this all night long. I stay awake, not sleeping, because I'm thinking about this.
Honestly, I'm kind of hoping that she like made herself into a Nikke, or... I mean, she to just think of her as a researcher here at MMR, and most of the researchers here are Nikkes. So I'm kind of hoping she had herself turned into a Nikke at some point, so maybe we can recruit her someday. God, who'd imagine Suyin's sister would look like this? Half-sister, sorry. With my current situation, I'm in no position to be going outside and attracting unwanted attention. Current position, huh? So I thought it'd be good if you came to me instead. Why don't you just speak to me plainly and invite me? Oh, come now. You could never have come here alone. You would have arrived surrounded by your precious Nikkes. Weapons in hands. It would have been liable to cause a scene, and I certainly don't want that. Don't be upset. That access card will assure you leave this place unharmed. And besides, even though you felt a little dizzy and had a nasty headache, it's not like you're leaving empty-handed. Jian leans in close and whispers to me. Oh. You learned a few more things about the Ark, and yourself. God, dude. She's good. Oh, she's good. Jian steps back. Now then, Mana. Jian hands over another access card to Mana. Could you please use this card to escort the ever-so-dashing number 7 out safely? He seems rather shaken up by today's events, so be sure to calm him down before he leaves. Yes, understood. I had fun today, number 7. See you around. Jian walks off. Let's get out of here, Commander. Alright. Oh, dude, the epilogue scene next week is probably gonna be so juicy. I'm so excited, man. Oh, I'm so excited. Holy shit. Wow.
今回のライブも成功よ。
God. This is gonna be... I was not expecting to get juicy commander lore from this event. You know, all these events that introduce new Nikkes, we always learn about that Nikke. It's an event about them. But this time, it was about the commander. Holy shit. Oh god, that's so exciting. Sound of typing can be heard, and the bitter aroma of coffee lingers in the air. I can detect the pattering of water droplets as well. I freed Guilty today, and lost. My god, what a woman. Oh yeah, Guilty is something else. Main character development? Well, I don't know about development, but lore. It's not like we're changing, but we get lore. Or past. Well, I don't know, maybe you could call it development? I don't know, would you consider that character development? I more view it as just like learning a character's background or past. When I think of character development, I think of like, you know, they change over the course of whatever. It's both, really? Okay. Have started on Quincy next. I think Quincy was the last one I did. I did Sin second. It's lore and development. I guess that could be true, yeah. Hold on. What is this? I look around to see a neatly organized lab. And an IV drip connected to one of my arms. An IV drip? You're awake. How are you feeling? Why am I... Shortly after taking the elevator up to level D, you collapsed. A quick examination was conducted. The results showed excess stress and fatigue leading to severe exhaustion. In short, you were tired. I see. Thank you. For what? For bringing me here and treating me. I gently lift up my arm with the IV needle. You collapsed right in front of me. It's only natural that I'd tend to you. Besides, I'm a big part of why you're in this state. Sorry. Pardon? I kept pressing you with questions that you couldn't answer and put you in a difficult spot. And for that, I'm sorry. Your questions were entirely reasonable. Anyone would react that way when doubt is being cast on their very identity. Thank you for understanding. Commander, can't answer any of the questions you asked. MMR is a fountain of knowledge, yet it also holds many secrets. One of the cardinal rules is never share those secrets. I understand. Would not want to put you in a difficult position, Mana, it's okay. But what I can say is this. Regardless of your identity, or what secrets you carry, the reason you've earned the trust and love of so many Nikkes, including me, we're in, has nothing to do with how you were created. Damn it. Fuck. That really makes it seem like we're artificially created. Dude, what the fuck? God damn. Instead, it has everything to do with how you've lived. Mana. That, above all, is your true identity, Commander. So don't fret anymore and rest up. In the meantime, I'll protect you. Not as a researcher with any ulterior motives, but simply as a Nikke. Thanks. I'll try and get some sleep then. Good night, Commander. I close my eyes. Everything is still enshrouded with questions. But, at least for now, in this moment, I feel like I can sleep peacefully. Ooh, dude. Oh, dude. Ooh.
お安いご用です。
Next week's gonna be good. The epilogue's gonna be so good. Oh god. Wow. Oh, and we get that scene? Hell yeah. God. Sorry, Rosanna. I know we just got your limit break, but... Wow. God, dude. That's so fucking good. This event, holy shit. Wow. This commander is an irregular Oh, call squad extrinsic. Oh god. Please don't. Oh god. We would kind of be an irregular, huh? I mean, not in the Nikke sense, but still. Oh my god. Wow, dude. 4 days, 13 hours. Oh god. You know, the weekend may have just started, but good god, next week can't come fast enough. I wanna know what's at the end of hard mode. 122, huh? Technically an irregular human, yes. Yeah. It would seem like we're... My guess is we're an artificially created human. New title. What? Oh, right, the one we just unlocked. Irregular this. This event was so good. I know, dude. Oh my god. Because like I said, as soon as they mentioned some of the stuff, I was like, test tube, baby. Dude. Like I said, usually when there's a new Nikke that gets released, the event that coincides with the Nikke's banner, with the new Nikke's banner, that event is generally about that Nikke. Their backstory, their story, anything. It's generally about that Nikke. So I was assuming, oh, okay, so we'll get to learn a little bit about Mana. Oh, wow, no. This is about the commander. Whoa. Wow, dude. I'm also, yeah, I'm really hoping that... Oh, I'm gonna wait to enhance her. Her kit sounds like it could be good. Her kit sounds like it could be pretty good. I'm hoping it is. If she does rank pretty well on the tier list, after people analyze her and stuff, I kind of want to beef her up so she can be on my Kraken team. I mean, in a way, it sort of is, because we learned a bit about Mana, we meet Jin, and now learn a lot more about the commander. This event fed a lot. For being like one of the short events, you know, just one part in a hard mode, it certainly had a lot of a pretty decent amount of lore in it. Pretty decent amount. God, man. 89,000. I feel like if I can get her up to 100,000, maybe I would put her in place of Red Hood. It'd still be about a 20,000 power difference, because Red Hood's 121,000. $121,000 to 89,000. But maybe then it would be worth putting her on the Kraken team. But I mean, honestly, her kit sounds so much fun. Very interesting how she has a heal and a resurrect while being a burst 3 attacker. Not a support, she's an attacker. That's really interesting. Let's do her Bond story. What? Tipsy Nikkes of the Ark? She has a resurrect? Yeah. If, I think it's Metal Y, which will heal Nikkes. I can't remember if it's Metal Y or... I think it's Metal Y, her skill 1. Part of it will kind of heal your squad, or like a target for like a percentage of her max health. But if there's an incapacitated, I think that would be a resurrect, right? Yeah, it is, because it says it'll resurrect them with 96% HP, but then it removes Metal Y buff. I need her bad for where I'm stuck in the campaign. Or did you hit a wall? My day, which is packed full of meetings, is finally winding down. I'm exhausted. As I plop down in a chair after a long day, the phone rings almost on cue. Unfortunately, oh shit, where'd you get stuck at? Who could be calling me at this hour? Sorry for calling you so late, Commander, but it's something urgent. What's the issue? Stuck in the upper 60k range of enemies? What chapter was that? I can't remember. Midway chapter 17. Oh, okay. Let's see. Which one was chapter 17? Purpose. Ah. I see. You're at that point. Alright. Counter squad meeting up with the Goddess squad. Oh, I love Goddess squad. For more Valve House. Ah, okay. I know what part you're at. Interesting. You can, well, yeah, you can push above your limits, but I think to do that, you need kind of like the right Nikkes for it to be able to push above your limits. I think the meta team for that, for pushing above your limits, at least it used to be, I don't know, I imagine Rappy would be, I don't know if you would put Rappy in place of Modernia. New Rappy in place of Modernia. Usually, the meta team to which you can really push far above your own limit, you do like Crown for your burst 2, Crown for your burst 2, Leader for your burst 1, then it would be like Red Hood and Modernia for your burst 3s, because Modernia is really good at like screen wiping and clearing trash with her burst, and then usually like Naga for another burst 2, because when she heals, when Naga heals Crown, it procs Crown's like attack buff or something like that. I can't remember. So when Crown gets healed, she gives the squad like an attack buff or something. I'll have to double check after this Bond episode. So you'll put Crown in slot 1 because Naga's heal goes from left to right. So that means Crown would be healed first, therefore it would proc Crown's attack buff, giving your Nikkes more damage. I feel like I need at least one more good Pilgrim to put on my squad, because Cinderella allowed me to push far. Pilgrims are usually pretty good. It's not always just Pilgrims. Like, what squad are you, like, what Nikkes, sorry, are in your squad right now that you're using for campaign? I'll give you the details in person. Could you come and meet me? Sure, where? Trendy bar. Okay, I'll be right there. Thank you. But like I said, it also could have been changed up a little bit with the introduction of the new Rappy. Like maybe you'll take new Rappy instead of Modernia. But I mean, Modernia is really good for campaign. Cinderella, Brid, Mast, Freema, and Tia. Free mishmash. Who is Freema a burst 1? I can't remember. Don't have a real strategy yet. I can't remember who on that list is another burst 1. Oh, it is Freema? Okay. So I know, yeah, Tia's burst resets it back to stage 1. So you need 2 burst 1s if you have Tia on there. Frima's first one? Okay, I couldn't remember who. I was pretty sure it was Frima, but I couldn't remember. I'll see you there. Something about this feels off. Tia and Frima are both first ones, and Tia reset. Yeah, because Tia will use her burst on stage 1, but then normally after using a burst 1, it sends it off to stage 2, but Tia resets it back to stage 1, so you need 2 burst 1s. Mass is a burst 2, okay. Cinderella and Brid are burst 3s, gotcha. I'll have to look at my page real quick after this Bond episode. And Crown skills. After some further thought, I pick up the phone. The other end picks up after a few rings. Number 7? It's so late. Did you want to hear my voice before you head to bed? Tell me what's going on. Whatever you mean. I know you're the one who just sent me those texts. Fine. Looks like this method has outlived its usefulness. I guess I used it one time too many. You're planning on dragging me into something weird again. Whatever do you mean? I would never do such a thing to you. You promise? Cross my heart. Now stop worrying and get yourself to Trendy Bar. Mana will be there waiting for you. When I arrive at the bar, Mana is indeed there, like Ether said she'd be. Her usual companions, Eula and Brid, are there as well. Oh god, has she been drinking? Oh god, they've all been drinking. The difficult part right now is recruiting. Now that the Jonas part is over, I gotta wait my time out for gems and such. Have you gotten any SSRs to max limit break yet? For that, for like the synchro device, for like, what do you call it? Getting over that. Because there's that hurdle. Oh no? Okay. That'll probably be something you'll be stuck on for a little while. Is just getting 5 SSRs to max limit break to be able to push over level 160 for your Nikkes. Only a couple are at burst level 2. Okay. What level are your Nikkes that you're running right now? Passed out with our heads planted on top of the bar. How much have you guys had to drink? Are you all alright? Newbie. Perfect timing. These two crapped out on me, so now you can tag in. Cheers. Peer pressure. Cheers. Cinderella, Brid are 141. The rest are 140. Okay. So you're almost near that 160 wall. That's probably what you're gonna be stuck at for a little bit, because getting over that hurdle for 160 it takes a while. It took me quite a while at first, to be honest. That's an empty glass. Huh? An empty glass? How the... That's because you drank it all. Someone snatched this glass from Eula's hand. Oh, Private. Damn, what a party! I was wondering where you went, and here you are, drinking again. Well, at least Private's not drunk. Private? Why aren't you wearing your maid outfit? What are you talking about? Stop babbling and get your butt back to the squad. I love Private, dude. Her tsundere, like, nature is so fucking good. I love Private. Oh, sorry about the coughs. Not too bothered, though, considering it gives me time to collect other stuff anyway. That is very true. Yeah, because honestly, like, I mean, honestly, in my opinion, the story is very enticing and always... There's definitely moments where it leaves you on the edge of your seat just wanting more and more. It's like, oh, I want to see what happens next. Oh, I want to know what happens next. Oh, what's this and what's that? But honestly, like, I feel like there's definitely, like, no rush to get through the story, you know? So that's at least a good thing. You can take your time to, you know, power up, level up, all this and that. It's not like the story's going anywhere. You can kind of take it, you know, at your own pace and whatnot. And at the very least, like, to that point, like, oh, you know, even if you're at a point where it's like, oh, I need to power up more or level up more or whatever to, like, do more campaign. So if you are taking a break from campaign, at least there's, like, you know, there's always some sort of event that goes on, right? So you have event story that you can experience. So there's always that, at least. So there's always something to, like, bring you in, you know, for you to experience something new. I think chapter 17 is a really good cool off point, really. I could have cooled off on chapter 16 because that was filler as fuck. Chapter 16. Let's see. Brand. Oh, okay, where you meet up with Exotic. Stop battling, get your butt back to the squad. Just one more. Oh, the treasure hunt thing, gotcha. Where you're going around with, like, Crow, Viper. Oh, 15, okay. I was gonna say, chat, like, 16, was that the one where you're going around with Crow, Viper, and Jackal on the surface? Yan, Rupee, and Dala. Oh, chapter 15? Luck. Follow the counter squad and who attacks the mission and surface to retrieve buried treasures. Oh, okay. Wasn't that like the... It was like some Rapture stuff, wasn't it? Was it like some Rapture stuff or like some... It was something. It was a fucking great chapter. Oh yeah. I know the events, and yeah. Shit's fucking spicy, man. It's so fucking good. Now I said. Eula is dragged off by Private. That's one down. Next up is... Commander. Diesel, what are you doing here? Well... I can hardly let Brid sleep in a place like this. She has a very angry sleeping face. She looks very angry. Yeah, it was just some Rapture cores that they couldn't completely carry, and then a useless piece of paper. Oh, that's right, I remember that. Are you here to get Mana home? Somehow it turned out that way. That's good to hear. What do you mean? By the way, are you... Like, when you're going through, like, the map of a... when you're walking through, like, the map of a campaign chapter... Are you picking up the little lost relics on the map, like the little sparkly things? Because sometimes you can find some juicy lore in that type of stuff. Like on stuff that happened in the area, like in the past, or like, you know, so forth. Oh, you love Diesel? And Diesel's very pretty. Oh yeah, every time? Okay, cool. Because there's some pretty decent stuff you can get on with some of that stuff. Yeah, she's got someone looking after her. She gets left alone so often, I worry about her. Does she now? Well, let's change that. We'll stick around with Mana. I'll search the map after I clear a chapter. Gotcha. Anyway, I better get going. Sure, get home safely. Diesel leaves with Brid in tow, leaving only Mana and me at the bar. Mana, wake up. You feeling better? Commander? Why don't I take you home? Upon hearing my proposal, Mana suddenly lifts her head and proclaims, "No! I don't want to." She grabs me by the collar. Ooh? Commander, I still need more. Slide. Her grip suddenly loosens. Whop. And her head plops onto my chest. Oh, she's pretty fucking drunk. Mana? Looks like it's gonna be a long night. No! I forgot we changed that to fucking Mustang. Fuck yeah, dude. Why not?
お酒を飲んだら必ず指揮官の姿を探してしまうようです。Get some help! 我有冰淇淋！冰淇淋！冰淇淋！
Oh Jesus, dude. Dude, Bibu fucking kills me. God, that shit's so fucking funny. Alright, we may as well just do the rest of her Bond stories. Big Chili! I think she was playing Dark Souls at the time when she did that. Quite a bit of time has passed. Having Mana slumped against me has forced me to sit in an awkward position. Wow. And my legs are starting to cramp up. Ugh. This won't do. Take out my phone and call Ether, hoping that she's still awake. Thankfully, she answers straight away. Are you and Mana having a good time? Did you send me here knowing this would happen? Hard to say. Quit messing with me. Why don't you get over here and get her? Sorry, but that would be rather difficult. All my research at MMR is keeping me quite busy. I'm gonna be pulling an all-nighter at the lab, in fact. With that being the case, could I ask you to take care of Mana for today? Before she left, she proclaimed rather loudly that she planned on drinking quite heavily this evening. I'm worried that she won't be able to handle things on her own. Did she give any reason? Pro Fortnite gamers. If I were to guess, I'd say because she got chewed out by Suyin again. Fine. I love the Bibu dance ones. Should I take her back to the lab? Or the dorm, maybe? Neither of those will work. What do you mean? Considering you don't have an access pass, you'd be trespassing on a highly classified government facility. So where should I take her? There's no need to take her anywhere, number 7. Just stay right where you are until she sobers up. She's like a zombie, and she'll arise from the dead soon enough. Anyway, I'll leave her in your capable hands. I've got to get back to my research, so I'll hang up now. Ether abruptly hangs up. I don't think she's gonna wake up anytime soon. 1 hour later. Mana nuzzles her face against my chest as she opens her eyes. How are you feeling? I recognize this voice. When did you get here? I got here a while ago. You did? Sorry to ask, but this position isn't terribly comfortable and my legs are cramping. Oh my god, her blushing face is so cute, dude. Oh, sorry. Mana quickly backs away and adjusts her glasses while looking around. Where'd Eula and Brid go? And what are you doing here? Diesel and Priority came to get them. I came here at Ether's request. Ether asked you to come? I see. What a cutie, yeah. You feeling okay? Should I get you some water? I'm fine. If I sit here like this a little longer, I'll be fine. I really do want to apologize to you. Making you come here in the middle of the night all because of me. Oh, it's alright. Things like this happen. Is everything alright, though? Things are alright. It's nothing serious. If that's the case, don't you think you're overdoing it with the drink? It looks like you drank 5 bottles of whatever it is you're drinking. That's a conservative estimate. Is 5 bottles a lot? Absolutely. 1 bottle at Trendy Bar is usually enough to get you trashed. This place is famous for having stiff drinks. Let's see. This is normal for Eula, Brid, and me. So I thought everyone drank like we did. This is normal for you all? We do a lot of venting while we drink, so we often end up sticking around for a while. I guess you have a lot to vent about. Seems to be that way recently. Suyin keeps dropping by unexpectedly, demanding results. Sounds rough. It is. Would you like to hear about it? Oh god, she looks pissed. Just today, we had to... No, I want to hear! Let her vent to me! I want to hear it! Lonesome Barfly. And yesterday, she asked me to submit a research report when it wasn't even close to the original deadline. Seriously? Can you agree to that? Of course not. Good. Oops. She can't demand the impossible. I said I couldn't do it, but... But what? Suyin insisted, so I ended up writing it and sending it over. You did? I don't care who you are, just popping up unannounced like that is a step too far. Not only that, but she'll harass me and go on about how she's the only reason the lab is still up and running. And she does this in front of the other researchers. Alright. Would you like to have a drink? This sounds great. Wait. What? Our glasses are empty. Oh. But didn't we just fill them? Did we? Now that I think about it, there's a glass in front of me. Huh. When did that get there? I have no idea. Well, that's not important. Mana hands me another full glass. Oh boy. Suppose she's right. It's not that important. Oh boy. We're clearly past the point of no return, or clearly past the point of not... Clearly past the point of caring. Down the hatch. We clink our glasses lightly and drink. Ugh, it's bitter. Yeah. Would you like another? Sure. Huh? We already polished off an entire bottle. Oh, hell, dude. Didn't we just order this? Did we? There are not one, but two bottles in front of me. How long have they been there? Ugh. I'm not sure. Doesn't matter. Hold on, do I have something for this? Hold on. Oh, here we go. Yeah, I guess it doesn't matter. Mana orders one more bottle. It's a brand I've never heard of. This drink doesn't have much acidity or fragrance to it. Is that okay? It's fine. I don't care that much about that kind of stuff. Alright. I'm sure it'll be nice. Seem to know a lot about alcohol. Do you come here often? You could say that. Eula, Brid, and I meet up regularly once a week. I didn't realize you met that often. I don't know. Somehow ended up that way. It's impressive that Nikkes from 3 separate companies can get together like that. I guess working people share an unspoken bond of some sort. Do you have other people you drink with besides Eula and Brid? No, no one else. I spend most of my time in the lab conducting research. I don't really have time to socialize with anyone else. So you only drink once a week then? Not necessarily. Whenever I have a particularly stressful day, like today, I stop by the bar. Alone? That's right. You mentioned earlier that I seem to know a lot about alcohol. On days when there's no one to lend me their ear, enjoying a good drink is the only way for me to relieve stress. I guess that as I searched for new drinks to try, I ended up accumulating some spirits-based knowledge along the way. I see. There's one more thing I'd like to know. You really have no other way of letting off steam? I don't think so. At least, I've never felt the need to. You haven't? No. So, with that being said, how about another drink? Nectar of the Gods. Oh god. I take a sip from the glass. Can't quite identify what notes I'm picking up from the drink, but it does go down smoothly. Good. Glad you like it. This is the first drink I ever tried. The fact that it's so smooth makes it an ideal choice for beginners. You started with a real winner. Yes, well, the bartender chose a good one for me when it was my first time here. Mana falls silent as if lost in thought, then continues as she adjusts her glasses. You see, a while back, there was once a time when I wanted to step away from everything. My position, my research, and even my sense of duty as a Nikke. Actually, let me correct myself. There was a time when I wanted to throw it all away. What happened? Looking back now, it was an ordinary day like any other. I was only half listening to Suyin's baseless complaints, as I always did. But then for some reason, a thought suddenly struck me. Being taken advantage of by Suyin day in and day out, unable to confide with anyone due to my work being so confidential, carrying the weight of knowing that my research held the key to humanity's future. As all that ran through my mind, an overwhelming thought came to the forefront. I wanted to quit. To leave it all behind. So I tuned out Suyin's nagging and stormed out of the lab without saying a word. And then I ended up passing by this place. I hadn't drunk ever since I became a Nikke. But that day, nothing sounded better than having a drink, and so I came into the bar. The bar was packed with people. Unlike today. Mana smiles faintly, swirling the ice in her glass. As the soft clinking of the cubes fades, she holds her glass out toward me. As the glasses gently clink together, she seems satisfied and takes another sip. While I sat in the corner looking at the menu with my eyes glazed over, countless Nikkes came and went. I caught snippets of all sorts of conversations. Serious heart-to-hearts, lighthearted banter, mindless chit-chat utterly devoid of meaning. Everyone was unloading their burdens in their own way. That's when I realized that we're all the same. How so? Everyone had come into the bar to let off steam, to release all those negative emotions and burdens from their personal and professional lives. As these thoughts swirled through my mind, the bartender recommended a drink to me. This drink. He said that while it didn't have a particularly strong flavor, it was exceptionally smooth, making it perfect for a non-drinker like me. As I sat there drinking, watching the other Nikkes come and go, I didn't feel like I was any different from them. I felt good, like I could endure being at the lab a little longer. Damn, you've had it rough, Mana. I've been coming here to enjoy a quiet, solitary drink ever since. Does that answer your question from earlier? Yeah, it does. I'm just glad that my rambling made sense to you. Maybe it's the alcohol, but I feel like all I've been doing is talking about myself. I hope that doesn't bore you. Oh, not at all. It's nice getting to know another side of you. Really. Having said that, why don't you invite me out on occasion when you go out for a tipple? Sorry? I'm a good listener, as you can see from today. And there are also occasions when I could use someone lending me their ear. Is that so? I hold out my glass to Mana. Our glasses clink and Mana downs the rest of her drink. After that, Mana and I share countless stories. Serious heart-to-hearts and lighthearted banter. Mindless chit-chat utterly devoid of meaning. As Mana and I unburden ourselves of the weight we've been carrying, one drink turns into two, and two soon tunes into too many. Repeat offenders. Oh god. So, that's why... Commander? Huh? What? Yeah? I'm listening. Are you up for one more? Commander? Huh? Yeah. I'm listening. Huh? We already finished the entire bottle. Didn't we just order it? Did we? Upon closer inspection, I realized there are 5 empty bottles in front of me. Or is it 6? 5? 6? I'm not sure. I should ask Mana. She's a researcher at MMR after all. She'd know. Wow! Commander is shwasted. Yeah, I think we're way past shwasted. I have a question. Yeah? What was I gonna ask? Let me conduct some analysis. Mana adjusts her glasses and leans in close to me. As her face draws near, there's a subtle whiff of alcohol in the air. Mana pulls back and then declares, "Let's have another round." Sounds good. Huh? We already finished the entire bottle. Didn't we just order it? Did we? On closer inspection, I realized there are 6 empty bottles in front of me. Or is it 5? 6? Is it 5? Oh, fuck, I'm not sure. I should ask Mana. She's a researcher at MMR after all. She'd know. Mana, I have a question. After who knows how much time has passed, my head is pounding. I'm glad we can count on top researchers to count to 6. To be fair, we didn't even ask them. We forgot our question. Ugh. What time is it? Not sure. I'll check. Ugh. Mana drops her phone, cracking the screen. I already set my alarm for tomorrow. And then... oh, what's done is done. She proceeds to pull me by the collar. Commander, you stay here and wake me up when it's time, okay? Slide. Her grip suddenly loosens. Dunk. And she buries her face into my chest. How did I end up in this situation? Didn't even come here intending to drink? I have many questions. I need to ask Mana to get some answers. But she's sleeping, so I can't ask her right now. My eyelids are heavy. I'm pretty sure I have something important scheduled tomorrow. But let's save tomorrow's problems for tomorrow's me. That's future me's problem. Next day, I learn a hard lesson. Putting off tomorrow's problems is a mistake. At long last, after far too many meetings and no small amounts of regret, the day finally comes to an end. And even then, I wasn't even able to attend every meeting I was supposed to. I'm exhausted. After enduring Rappy's seemingly endless nagging, finally settled down in my seat. Future me, screw that guy. Just as I sit down, my phone rings. Who could be calling me at this hour? Sorry for calling you so late, Commander. But I think I need a drink. Will you come to the trendy bar? Nice try, Ether. I'm not falling for that again. Ether? Why bring her up? Anyway, don't you remember, Commander? You said I could invite you out for a drink next time I was in the mood. You also mentioned that you were a good listener. I'll be waiting. I do feel like there's some stuff I need to let out because of Rappy... haranguing? What the fuck is that word? Harangue? Lecture someone to length in an aggressive and critical manner. Oh boy, Rappy really gave it to us good, huh? A little nip should be fine on a day like today. Ah, what's the harm in one drink? Later that night, I learned another lesson. It's important to have just one glass. Damn. Mana, we've turned into alcoholics with Mana. Oh man. Oh god. That's pretty good. Oh man. That was a good Bond story. I liked that. Oh dude, I vibe with Mana, man. Seems like we have entered the Nikke alcoholism arc, apparently. Let's fucking drink. Yeah, I guess so, huh?
This right here is my favorite thing ever. In the history of forever. I think about this every day. I think about this all night long. I stay awake, not sleeping, because I'm thinking about this.
Mana is a cutie. She's a really cool character. Yeah, she's a cutie though. Look at those eyes. Look at those eyes. Also, dude, that tie honestly really is fucking cool. If I had a tie like that IRL, honestly, I would probably find a reason to wear a tie every day. Because I would want to show it off. Well, I guess we wait until next week for the epilogue. This event has been so fucking good. God, I love it. Alright, Wisdom Spring. Alright, let's do let's do the epilogue. Challenge. Oh, I guess after the challenge thing. Fuck, did I forget to turn the music back down? No, I think it's fine. Modernia. Damn it. Oh, never mind. They're fine. Ooh, we have enough high quality molds. Oh, I'm so excited for the epilogue, dude. This could be some real juicy shit. This has been a real juicy event for lore anyways. Itches. Oh shit. God damn, you fucking died way fast. Oh, okay. Epilogue. Mana. Yes. I wanted to speak to you about number 7's examination. Don't know what you're talking about. Yes, you do. The examination you conducted when you collapsed shortly before returning to level D. Now do you know what I'm talking about? Yes. Show me the results. I can't. Why not? I promised. I promised the commander that he could rest, and I would tend to him without any ulterior motives. I can't hand over the results. If I do that, all the tender care I gave him will be tainted and end up becoming cold, hard research data. Come now, don't be so hard on me. I have no intention of using your findings as research material. I don't believe you. Honestly, I won't. You really are going to refuse, aren't you? My goodness, it seems you've gotten quite close to number 7. A promise is a promise. Fine, okay. Then at least tell me one thing about number 7's condition. I already told you, I can't. If you grant me this request, I'll let you ask me one thing in return. No strings attached. Anything you want. Don't you think that's a fine compromise on my part? Let me hear your question first. Very well. Then, is number 7 healthy? Sorry? Is he in good health? Is he suffering from any illnesses, injuries, or is in any other way unwell? All his metrics were normal. His collapse was stress-induced. All the tension from that day was more than he could bear. Oh? That's good. That's all you wanted to ask? Yeah, so long as number 7 is healthy, that's all that matters. Ether. Why did you make the commander come to MMR's deep sector? Me? That was Jian's doing. Jian must have been the one who suggested it to you. But you were the one who set up a false account and sent that message to the commander, posing as me. How did you know? You left a few breadcrumbs here and there. Almost as if you wanted me to notice. You're quite smart. Why did you do that? Is that the question you wish to ask me? Yes. Well, well. Number 7 really has gotten a hold over you. An MMR researcher suppressing their thirst for knowledge and instead asking the question for someone else's sake. At any rate, Number 7 has been coming back with rather grievous injuries, particularly concerning his stomach. I wanted to get him on the examination table for a proper health check, but he is rather wary of me. For a good fucking reason. He would never agree to such a proposal. So I was thinking of a way to get him here. And that's when Jian happened to contact me. She said she wanted to see Number 7 for herself, and asked me to bring him here. Jian. If someone higher up gives me an order, what's an employee like me to do? She wants me to summon him, then summon him I must. I happen to want to see him too, so I thought it would work out nicely. Didn't expect him to have such a hard time. When the commander collapsed while still in the deep sector, he said he had a dream. He said that you and I were observing him while he was suspended in a tank, and he heard discussions about the project and its success or failure. Really? He dreamt about the past? Interesting. Ether, are you trying to reveal the truth to the commander? I don't have any plans to, no. And why did you call him Number 7? What about it? You could attract their attention. You know as well as I do that they don't want the world to know that this project ever existed. That's why they've kept it a secret, even from the deputy commanders and the 3 CEOs. Holy shit, dude, this is like a huge fucking secret. They've carried everything out in complete secrecy within the darkest recesses of MMR, with approval coming only from them and the Supreme Commander. Supreme Commander? Whoa, hold on, what? I know all of this. Then why? Because that's who he is, he's Number 7. Not 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6. He is not a failure, nor an escapee, but the sole succession of creation. But the sole successful creation. With such a precious title, how could I call him by any other name? Still, it's too dangerous. They likely understand the affection I have for the term, which is why they're letting me get away with it. They've got eyes and ears everywhere in the Ark, so there's no way they weren't aware of me calling him that. If there was going to be trouble, it would have happened already. Oh, don't worry too much. I'm a professional. I know how to walk the line. Okay, fine. Do as you wish. I will. But if you aren't trying to reveal the truth, then it couldn't have been you who left the tablet. Tablet? Never mind. All this talk makes me want to see Number 7 again. I understand that you miss him, but please refrain from summoning the commander to the deep sector again. Doing that may put him in serious danger. We'll see. Whoa! God, dude. This shit is... Oh my god.
今回のライブも成功よ。
This event has been one of my favorites just for the amount of juicy lore. Juicy commander lore. We never get commander lore. God. That's very fascinating. Fuck, dude. Ugh. I just want to know everything. It just raised, like, more questions. Okay. Well, that's it for Wisdom Spring. Oh my god, dude. Fuck. God, I love this.